positions we're trying to get to it is when the shaft on delivery is getting, when the club head gets too far behind your hands and that right heel gets up. You see how that club is stuck behind you there?
Yeah.
There's your contact point. You can see it's on the heel. That's because of the knee. See, this is what I was telling you earlier. Watch the thrust. See how that pushes your club head forward, and it pushes your hands forward. Your head's a little forward. That's what causes the heel strike. You see that? Now, if you look at tour players, you won't see any gap between the knees very often. What you're going to see here, if we draw that same box on his right toe and put it on his back of his rear end here, you won't see that knee shoot out. So the right knee is actually moving more toward the left knee and not toward the ball. You see how there's no gap between the legs there? That's your pelvis shooting. See how his butt's still back here? See how yours is shot forward? See how that knee's across your toe? That's why I was saying I wanted to keep the heel down and the right knee moving toward the left knee. I don't want you to think about that on the course, but if you start hitting big pushes and hooks, try to feel like your right heel is staying down and your right knee is moving toward your left knee a little bit. And through the hitting zone, you're going to see your hands are much higher there at impact. So that's what causes the rights and the heel strikes. Alright. Now look, I don't want you to get inundated with a lot of mechanics because you can't play golf thinking about your swing. But get in front of a mirror and practice getting that club more parallel at the top. Not so much pointed to the right. I'll do this with you. I'll help you. The club gets a little bit inside. Right about here is where you want to stop. You got about right there. And when the club starts pointing to the right, what that does is it causes the club head to get too far underneath the yellow, too far behind your hands. See the club just a little bit too far behind your hands there. When he comes down, watch how the club stays in the cone. See how the club stays right in line with his hands? Believe it or not, there's a big difference between those two positions. Alright, that's why the game's difficult.
Yeah.
But I think you can just set up and try to hit a